welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be making another paper squishy. I made this one the other day and it turned out really well, and I really actually quite enjoyed making it as well. I know the feedback that I got on this video was great, you guys loved it, so I figured I would bring another paper squishy to you today because they are really easy to make, and I have another squishy that I do want to make a paper squishy version of. I know a few people were annoyed at me for saying that this is a great way to make squishies without foam, and then I used foam. The reason that I do use foam inside of my squishies as stuffing is just because I have it. Like, I have it laying around from like all of my DIY squishies and everything, but I always leave a list of alternative stuffings in the description down below so that you are very easily able to make it without foam. You just have to kind of swap out the stuffing in between. So I hope that kind of makes sense. Anyway, I'm just gonna get stuck straight on into it. So the squishy that I want to make a paper squishy version of is this cotton candy Panda by the brand iBloom. It squishes so nicely. It smells absolutely gorgeous, and I just love the colours on it. It's so vibrant, and just it's going to be a little bit of a challenge trying to mix the pink and the purple together, but I think with a bit of water it won't be too hard. Please excuse the way I am squishing this little panda right now. It's just, you know, my desk is right there. I can't really move my hand around, otherwise it's going to be like right in the way of the camera. But yeah, it squishes really nicely and I love this squishy. So I'm just going to start by drawing around it. This is my new found way, drawing around the squishy and then filling it in afterwards. So yeah, taking this pink, I'm just going to draw around all of the edges. I'm going to go like right around where the white is so that I can cut that bit off. Next, I'm just gonna sit the squishy up, and then I'm just gonna draw in the bits that are on there. I messed this up, but that's okay. I bet it's gonna be the arm. Bit there. That is the messiest thing I've ever drawn. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to colour in the bits where I want the gradient to be. I'm going to start with the pink in that corner. Move on with this pinky purple shade, and I'm just going to give a bit of a blend into that pink. Just like that. There's a bit of purple up here. Arm of the little guy, with purple down here. And now next I'm going in with like this really purpley blue colour, almost like a violet, and I'm just going to colour in where like all the darker bluey violet pieces are. Yeah, that's the majority of those colours. Then I'm going to go in with a little like silver colour and just draw up a little bow tie. Like silver line there as well, so that you can have a bit of shadow and can tell it's a face. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some water and I'm going to get a paintbrush, and I'm going to try and blend these colours together a little bit because they are quite limey, and I'm going to see how that goes. So I've just got a cup full of water here, and my paintbrush, it is stained with my puffy paint from the other day, but the tip of it's okay, so we're just going to use this one for today. And I'm just going to rub over a little bit of water, just in the hope that they're going to blend together a little bit. And as you can see, I didn't really saturate my paintbrush because I didn't want it to be too overly wet, but I do want it to be wet enough so that the ink kind of blends. I'm also just using my paintbrush to really work in the water, just to mix them up. Now, as you can tell, like the lines in that have like significantly disappeared, and to be honest, that's exactly what I wanted. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that to the other eye and the ears also. So now that it's all blended, my piece of paper is super wet, so I'm just going to leave that to dry for a good hour or so. I'm going to put it on my radiator and hopefully that will dry a bit faster. But yeah, you just want to leave it all completely dry. Okay, so now that all my paper and stuff is completely dry, I've then realised that it's kind of like seeped out into the paper. Like, let me bring this a bit closer so you can actually see what I mean. It's kind of like not very neat around the edges anymore, and I was going to go around it with just the pink again to give it a nice pink outline, but I'm just going to go around it with some white, and this is just a white Posca paint pen, which will allow me to get like all the edges nice and neat again. Now, I understand that if you guys don't have one of these pens, I really recommend getting one, by the way, because they come in so handy, especially for like highlight on the eyes and stuff like that. But you can use like Tipp-Ex, or I think it's called like Whiteout or something like that in the US, but you know, like pen corrector. Okay, so besides that, once those are cleared up, I'm just going to go ahead and make this bow a little bit more even, because I didn't realise how wonky I had actually drawn it on. So much bigger on that side. That bit better. Oh, look what just happened. I made a hole. Okay, well, this is a great learning curve. To fix that, you just want to get a piece of paper, just a little bit, cut off. You want to take some clear tape and just stick over it, just like so. And then you just want to stick it on the back of the hole to patch it up. I'm getting all the techniques on this time, and then I'm just going to peel off that lumpy bit and draw over it again. I do want to go over that with this silver marker that I have here, because actually on the squishy it is actually metallic, and this is a metallic silver. But anyway, we'll come back to that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw on the details with the fine liner end of a black pen. Now, that's the best part about these pens. They come with the fine liner on one side. That in with the brush now, and I can't be bothered to switch around the pen. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. It's like it's got a twin. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to use this silver marker. Gotta like press it a bit to get all that metallic-y goodness out. I probably should shake it. Yeah, it smells so bad. Okay, I'm just going to go over the bow with this. I'm not going to completely cover up the grey that I used previously, just because it kind of creates a nice shadow and a bit of depth. Oh, there you go. See, look, it's now metallic-y, just like the bow on the original squishy. Now, the bit that I have a problem with now is just the shading on like the legs and the arms. You can't really tell where they start and where they finish, so that's where the fine liner is going to come in again. I'm just going to go in with that violet colour and just outline the leg bits. what a cutie. What a little cutie. So what I need to go ahead and do now is cover this whole thing in tape just by laying strips of clear tape over it, and I'll be back once I've done that. Okay, now that I've covered it all in clear tape, as you can see, I've just put loads of strips across. I'm just gonna fold my piece of paper in half. Now this is annoying because I did just put a silver blotch there, so I'm gonna make sure that's kind of not on the back of the squishy. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just cut out the shape. So I'm just gonna leave one little bit folded, probably just on the head actually, like that. And I'm just gonna cut out the shape. A little bit more even. And yeah, there we go. What I now need to go ahead and do is do some of the design on the back. I don't usually do this, but when I did it the other day, I actually really liked it. So I'm just gonna take a scrap piece of paper. I'm going to turn the squishy over and just kind of do the design that is on there, but on the back. Okay, so now that this paper has completely dried also, it's now time to tape it up. So you want to join the front with the back, and the way that I do this now is I pop it down onto my desk. You can also go on the back of like a DVD case, just something plasticky, and you want to just put loads of strips of clear tape across it, making sure to overlap the actual shape. Right. Now this is where it can be a bit tricky. You can like slide it and then like snip it out of place. So what I like to do is I like to just cut it on some of the corners first. So I'm gonna just cut a little snip there, fold that a little bit over just to keep that bit in place. I'm gonna do it over here. Fold it over just to keep that bit in place. Fold over a bit of the ear as well. Now that should stay in place once we go around. So you just want to go around the whole of the actual shape and just make little slits like this, and then fold over one by one. Okay, so now that I've taped up all around the edges, I have a bit of build up here, which is really annoying. Like all the tape is gathered up there and it made a little bit of a yellow tinge. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off that folded bit, just like so. Now we have a little opening. This is the bit I like the most. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say this right now. Again, you can stuff this with whatever you want to stuff your paper squishy with. I'm gonna stuff mine with shredded memory foam just because I have it. You don't have to do that. You can use whatever stuffing you want. I will leave a nice long list in the description so you can go ahead and do that. But I'm just gonna stuff this up off camera and then show you how to tape it up. So once you have your shape all completely stuffed, what you want to do to tape it together is just pinch it with one hand, and then taking some more tape. I do this in actual little bits instead of big ones. I just kind of keep it pinched with one hand. I put some little snips in with the scissors and then fold it over like so, and that kind of secured that bit. Then you want to go ahead and do the same, like either side of that bit, just to make sure it is all really sealed up and that all, like as much air as possible can be trapped inside. Just put the pen out of the way. This is what they look like. Now I think this actually looks pretty similar, especially with like the blending of the colors and everything. So I think like look wise it looks cute. From the back just looks fairly similar. Again, obviously because I based on it. By the way, I got a big pink mark on my squishy from one of the pens, and isn't that really annoying? That's really annoying to me because I've tried to get it off. It's not going anywhere, which is a disappointment, but what can you do? Because now I have a paper squishy version. They're like little twins. Squishy wise, obviously the expensive iBloom one is gonna win, but it still squishes quite nicely. I just think paper squishies are a great alternative. Like seriously, I know some of you guys are young, I know some of you guys don't have squishies in your country and everything like that, and that's why I still continue to do these, because not only is it really fun to draw them, it's also great to know that you can kind of help people out who don't have squishies. Just look at this. There is a little bit of bounce back there, a little bit of rising going on there, which is just what you want to achieve. I'm gonna try and put it like there, see. Do you see what I mean? There is a bit of squishiness after it. I don't know. I just think drawing them is really cute, to be honest. But anyway, that is the end of this paper squishy video. Tomorrow I will have a plush, and then on, what day are we on? Thursday. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll have plush on Friday, and then on Saturday we'll have a DIY squishy. I'm currently working on it, and it's going to take me a few more days to complete, as it's going to be a jumbo one. But yeah, that's how the paper squishy turned out for today. I hope you did enjoy it. If you have any more requests for paper squishies, just let me know down in the description, down in the comments down below, as I would love to kind of hear your suggestions, as I'm quite enjoying drawing them again and using my pens. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you tomorrow for a plushie. Bye!